Girls' Night In just got a little bit more fun with Bindi Parlours. And now we have Dimple Mukherjee to tell us all about that. Welcome to the show, Dimple.
Thank you for having me, ladies.
So, first of all, I want to know, what is a Bindi Parlour?
So Bindi Parlour is a community of women who gather together to inspire and uplift each other. And what it looks like is that you're in a home of a dear friend, and your girlfriends are around you. There's about 8 or 12 women, and you're having a girls' night in. So it's good food, good conversations, just uplifting music, and it's just a lot of fun. It's just facilitated.
So like a kiddie party, pretty much,
yeah,
which we do all the time.
But this is different because you're pouring your souls out to each other.
Yes. So basically, Bindi Parlour is based on principles of positive psychology. So a lot of the themes that are covered are around compassion, self-compassion, gratitude, positivity, meaning, engagement. So anything that's related to the science of flourishing. So basically, living a life of flourish and vitality.
And you're basically moderating these sessions.
Yes, that's right. So I'm actually facilitating it.
Okay.
So there's, it's a women's circle. So we are all sitting in a circle together, and we are having really enriching conversations, pretty deep conversations.
Okay.
Wow.
And Dimple, this is really interesting and very exciting for us because we love parties and we love when it's about women and women empowerment. But tell us, why is this so important, especially for South Asian women?
So what I came across when I was going through my own personal experiences is that I came across a couple of researchers that said that South Asian women are struggling with Eastern and Western values, and they're trying to meet both the needs. And in the process, they're really losing themselves, and they don't have time for self-care. So actually intentionally coming together is allowing them permission to speak their truth and to be themselves in a safe environment. So that's why it's so important.
And how did you come up with this name?
So the name Bindi Parlour, I struggled with it a little bit, but Bindi basically, so I wanted something that was representative of my roots, which is Indian. So Bindi has a very beautiful meaning. It's beyond the red dot or a married woman. Anyone can wear a bindi, and what it does, where it's placed on the third eye chakra. So when you're applying a bindi, you're actually igniting your intuition. And you're connecting yourself to your truth. So that's where the name Bindi came. And parlor is a room in someone's home. So it was very fitting that Bindi Parlour came to be.
It's very unique.
And the best thing about this is that when women come together, it is more of an empowerment circle for everyone. And I love how you brought up intention, because I want to know, how does intention tie in with empowering women?
So what happens is a lot of women are on autopilot. Like, a lot of us are moms, a lot of us have busy lives, and we're high. And it's shown that South Asian women are very high achievers. They don't have the clarity or the white space which is required to get into your own intuition so that you can empower yourselves. You're not relying on other people to help you come to those decisions. When you connect your intuition, you know what you need to do.
And Dimple, tell us a little bit about your journey in terms of coming up with this whole concept, because you're an inspiration as well. So tell us.
Thank you. So Bindi Parlour has probably been brewing in my system for many, many years. I'm an occupational therapist by my background, and I've worked in the medical model for 20 years.
And you have 3 boys.
And I have 3 boys.
It's
yes, I can't forget them. I have 2 teenagers and 1 younger kid. And then I went through a very messy marriage and a separation. And during that time, I didn't reach out to anybody. I kind of just suffered in silence, and I was isolated and felt a lot of shame. And it wasn't until I stepped into a circle of women and very supportive women that I was able to open up and release, and I blossomed from there. So I basically took adversity and turned it on its head, and that's what happened.
That's fantastic.
Now we want to hear about the Bindi Parlour, and there's some rituals, and you have some of the things that you use there. Tell us and what can we do here?
Okay, sure. So we'll do a little fun thing, but basically I just want to say, so Bindi Parlour is based on a model of women's circle, and women's circle is a very ancient practice. So in a women's circle, women gather together. They've been doing it since the start of time, where they gather together and they have rituals and ceremonies, and basically it's around a particular intention. So when I do Bindi Parlour, we usually start off with some form of grounding, so like a 2-minute meditation, and then I explain to them why it's important to have a women's circle, and then we do the Bindi application. So each of us will apply a Bindi to each other so that we are helping each other ignite our truths.
That's
and
the
I
best.
start off with, what I try to do in Bindi Parlour is evoke all your senses. So it's important that you're engaged fully and immersed in that experience. So I have the essential oils, I have I love oracle cards as a way to really spark conversations, and this has been a big hit in Bindi Parlour. People love it.
And we're doing that after the show, by the way.
Yeah, that's right.
I want to hear
not
what
on
my
camera.
goddess has to tell me.
So what I typically do is I have writing prompts that I use so that women get comfortable with each other. And there's some prompts in here. So
Okay.
I'm going to put you guys in the hot seat.
Okay. So the tables are turned.
So, and you can pass this around and pick up a slip. And there's usually a question or a prompt in there for you to complete.
Mine says, what does self-compassion mean to you? I think my response would be being kind to myself, like I would be to my best friend.
That's right. And then another thing that comes up commonly with that is also, how would you speak to your child? And if you could speak that way to yourself, you can really see a shift. Yeah.
What's yours?
How is self-compassion different from self-love? So self-love is no matter what you accept, and self-compassion is you forgive no matter what.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Beautiful.
That's such an amazing response.
And for me, it was, what is the first thing you do when you feel ashamed? So I like using this technique called Ho'oponopono, and then just like sending self-love my way, just saying, I'm sorry, thank you, I love you, and then just
That's
letting it
something
go.
new. I just learned something. That's amazing.
Dimple, thank you so much for coming on to our show. You really taught us all about, you know, how women coming together can really empower each other. So thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Great concept.